Welcome everybody to episode 4 of the Clay Clan Challenge. I'm Fresh Cup of Joel, and in this video I'll be throwing some pottery with some unexpected tools. Based on the thumbnail and the little critters there on the wheel, I'm sure you guys have figured out what I'm using today. This was a lot of fun being able to exercise a little bit more creativity and mess around and have some fun. If you haven't noticed, I'm throwing with Toy Dinosaurs. So the kind of format of the video, I'll speed through me throwing the initial vessel, and then it'll go real time when I'm using each tool. Now, using the tail of this Triceratops toy to cut the bottom out and remove that little ring of leftover material at the bottom. Take a little bit more off. So a fun little fact that kind of alludes back to my last video, challenge 3, is the kiln idol. Triceratops are estimated to have weighed as much as an elephant, which is pretty cool. They are also herbivores, but they have hundreds of teeth that were used for chewing all the plants up. Now I'm using the tail again here, trim off some of the excess, the warble there. It's actually worked out pretty well. I end up using the tails a lot throughout this video. Probably one of the more useful parts of the toys for sure. Going in with the frill on the toy, kind of putting in some lines there, and kind of using the two top frills as a gauge to make sure that they're nice and even. I kind of smooth them down and then go over all the lines again. Another fact about the Triceratops: they are from the late Cretaceous period. So that's around 68 to 66 million years ago. And then the Cretaceous period is part of the Mesozoic era, which is about 250 million to 66 million years ago. And they were one of the last one of the last dinosaurs, like land, not non-avian dinosaurs. Yeah, pretty neat. So I went along and added little footprints there. Later in the video I do a better job. This was just more for texture, and now this is me just struggling to use the tail to pry out the bat. I think I just end up giving up and using my fingers. Later on in the video I do just use my fettling knife and pop them out. My little villager. Little villager moan there. And that's the final product. Now back to the high speed footage, coning, and centering, all that fun stuff. Honestly, could have made these sections a little shorter because I don't think we need to see this every time. But, you know, I shot the footage. Might as well use 100% of it. Similar to the last throw, I'm using the tail to trim away some of the excess at the bottom.
Hey.
Just telling Gizmo to ta-ta there. He's probably messing around with some of my pottery, as he likes to do. A little bit about the T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Contrary to popular belief, they're not from the Jurassic period. Thank you, Jurassic Park, for making us all think that. And they were actually from the late Cretaceous period, which was about 90 to 66 million years ago. Pretty cool. So here I'm actually using the back of the toy as a rib. Try to shape this piece to the contour of the back and tail. And then I've used this little hand to round over the rim of the piece, trying to use as much of the tool as I can while I'm throwing here. Everything got a little thin when I stretched it out, so it's the warble here kind of sticks with us throughout the throw. So the first T-Rex bones were found in Colorado, which is kind of cool. And biggest tooth ever found was 30 centimeters long, just around 12 inches, which is insane to think about. Very spooky. And now I'm going to put little imprints of the feet, the T-Rex, all the way around the mug. Well, it was going to be a mug. I didn't really end up doing anything with these pieces, but I might try again. This was pretty cool. I like the idea of having like the dinosaur footprints in the piece, but definitely something. If I wasn't doing this for a video, probably would end up doing this when it's leather hard rather than fresh and this fragile. I almost poked through on that last one, but I'm gonna go and straighten up the rim a bit. For a minute here, I trying again with the tail. It's not working. Trying again with the foot. Not working. And then I have this bright idea. What if I make it chomp the rim of the piece there? It didn't really turn out kind of the way I imagined, but that's what this whole challenge is about in my mind. Just messing around and having fun with these weird tools. There's me staring directly into the camera. I'm really struggling here to get that out. But for some reason, I gotta figure it out. My camera decides to only film for 30 minutes at a time. So there's a couple times throughout the video you see me staring basically directly at the camera, trying to read how long I have left in the recording. This is where I cave and I just go for the fettling knife. And on to the third. Now I'm going to try to do the same thing here that I did with the T-Rex. Kind of using the curve in the tail, in the back, and the neck of this one to make the curves on the piece. Now I struggled a little bit with this guy's tail because it's so thin. It just bent away a lot, but not too shabby. Go in and try and get as much as I can there. This is the second herbivore dinosaur toy that I'm using here. And they are actually from the Jurassic period, the late Jurassic period, from 156 to 145 million years ago. It's thought that they would rip entire branches off of trees and eat them that way. And here's the final product from that one. Kind of an interesting shape. And wham, on to the next. These just get shorter and shorter because I keep looking up at my camera and realizing how little time I have left here. Here's the fourth and final. Centered, puck, open. Cut in, pull the walls, all your standard pottery maneuvers. Staring at the camera going, oh, I don't have much time. Again, cutting the excess off with the tail. The Stegosaurus here doesn't really have the best tail to cut around the bottom. Actually, at this moment, I can't remember if I did even try. Maybe I used his face. I used his face to put these little dashes around the piece and go in with some of the spines on the back. Stegosaurus is also from the late Jurassic, same era as the Brontosaurus. I did use his face. Yep. Another little fun fact about this dinosaur, the spine tail, they call it a thagomizer, which is kind of an insane word. And boom, there's the finished product here. We'll take a look at all the pieces I threw today. There's a Triceratops piece, the T-Rex piece, the Brontosaurus piece, and the Stegosaurus piece. And thank you everybody who stuck around to watch this video. If you're interested in seeing other people's entries into the Clay Clan challenge, The hashtag is in the description, along with the channel links for all the members. Definitely go check them out. They're all amazing people. And I will catch you next time. Bye.
Say hi.